Hi, this is a slot book. That's the name of the book. And this one's already put together. I'm going to put this second one together, which is a different size. This one is 5 inches tall and 7 inches in length. Really, when you open the page, it's 5 inches tall and 14 inches length because you're folding that in half, and that is how you get 5 by 7. This book doesn't have any sewing or glue in it. It's called a slot book because we're threading a long strip of paper through the book and letting the mountain stay up high in the pages, and we're slipping what I call a bookmark. This is a bookmark. This one happens to be 1.5 inches wide and 5 inches tall because it has to be the height of the book and the width of the slot. Okay, but I'm going to put together this smaller book, which I call book 2. This is book 1. You can glue this or not. That's what the edge looks like. This is an empty book, but you would be designing whatever you want. And all it is really is it's 6 pages. You cut, in this book, you would cut 6 pages, 5 by 14, and you would make 3 sets, as you can see, tucking in 2 pages per set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they each have a raised mountain in between them, but the slot comes out on the edges. So let me kind of clear this area and just leave room for making this one. Okay, this is book 2 I'm going to make. It's 4 inches in height and 7 inches in length once I fold it. But in actuality, I'm really cutting 6 sheets that are 14 inches long and 4 inches tall. And once I cut them, I can score them. And how I score them, I take my bone folder and I measure 7 inches in and would use my self-healing pad to get it absolutely straight and score that. This paper is thin enough I don't really need to score. I'm just going to edge, and I've already done that. So what I want to do now is pair them together. I want to make 3 pairs of 2. There's set 2, this is set 1, and this is set 3. So when I refer to it as 3 sets of 2, that is what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to remove those. And the next thing I do is I want to measure. I'm going to close these up and take this first set. I've cut a strip that's 1 inch wide. You can see it's on by my, it's 1 inch wide, and it is 11 inches, roughly 11 inches long. Because I want to have a thinner strip than I used in the other book for variety. You get to choose the size of your book, the strip, the bookmarkers, and everything. I just give you 2 choices, but you can adapt them. So once this set is closed, I measure to get the center of the book, and it's 4 inches wide, so I know the center is 2. I put the edge of my 1 inch strip there, and I take my pencil and I mark it. And I have done that with each one. You can see I've marked it on either side. I've marked it on either side, and I know that's the center. Now I need to open each book, and I take my self-healing board. I don't do it on this orange paper. I've already pre-done it, but I'm just going to pretend I'm doing it. I take my X-Acto knife and I cut a slit along the spine from that pencil line to that pencil line. Okay? And I've already done that. The strip, this is the strip from this slot book. That's 1.5 inches wide. I want to make a thinner strip. This is the strip I'm going to fold, the Japanese fold technique where you don't have to measure it. But I have to make sure the length is correct and the width is correct for this book. This strip, it says right here, is 1 inch wide and 16 inches long. After I fold it, I'm going to cut this strip down to be 11 inches long, and it will still be 1 inch wide. So let me show you, and remember this strip, you know, we've already cut our 3 sets of 2, is going to be threaded through there. Okay, so when I take my 1 by 16 inch strip, I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to open it back up again, and I'll darken the center so you can see it. I'm going to take this edge up to the center and open it up. I'm only penciling it in so you can see it. You don't have to do that. And then I'm going to take this edge to this pencil line. Then I'm going to take this edge to this pencil line. Then I'm going to take this edge to this pencil line. Then I'm going to take this edge all the way up. No, I'm going to start at this end for a second. I'm going to take this end to this pencil line. Open it up. Take this edge to that crease. That edge to that middle pencil line. Then I'm going to take this edge to that crease, this edge to that crease, this edge to that crease, this edge to the middle pencil line again. So I have that one all done. Now I got to catch up on this side. I'm going to take this edge all the way up. This edge to that edge. And then back to the middle. Then I want to close, it's like an accordion, it is an accordion. I want to point out these are the mountains, these are the valleys, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. Now my strip is long, you know, it's 16 inches versus 11 inches. I'm just going to lay my 11-inch one on top of the 16-inch one to show you that I'm going to cut it. I'm going to make an X right here. And I would cut that excess off because I don't need all that. But let's say I've cut it and this is my new piece, okay? This is the one I want to work with. I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. And I'm going to take my 3 sets and I'm going to start. This book, I just have the tab loose. You have an option, you can glue them down. But I want my tab to be a little longer on this one. So I'm going to count 2 in. I'm going to take my first page and I want that to be on the outside, okay? And I want to put this one in the inside. So I'm putting it through the slot till I get to that crease, okay? You can see that. I'm going to go ahead and take a little piece of tape. You don't have to do this, but I'm just kind of showing you. My aim is to have that be a little longer. So through the center of that set of these 2 pages inside of each other, I have a little accordion. And I'm going to go ahead and put my bookmarker, which is 1 inch by 4 inches in height, through that. And that is how the book stays together. Now I'm going to close that. And I'm going to pucker up. You can see it. Comes out this way. I'm going to pucker up the mountain and take my next set of 2 pages. And I'm going to slide this long slot, going through the center. Gotta make sure you're going through both pages. There, I got my mountain through. I'm going to take another bookmarker and slide it through. Then I'm going to make another mountain, or pucker up, whatever you want to call it. See, you can see my slot. I'm just going to show you. See, the slot is through both. That was the bookmark. I was just showing you the slot. I'm going to put the mountain through there. Put my other bookmark. And you know, I could take, you know, you could take your glue stick and glue that down. Right now I just have it taped down because this is my mock-up. But I just wanted to show you what that might look like. So I'm using this blue tape just to kind of show you. So this is, my bookmarks were 1 inch by 4. The height of the book is 4 inches. The whole length of one page is 14 inches. Folded in half creates a 4 by 7 book. And the strip I used, originally I cut a 1 inch by 16th inch long strip. And I have an X here because I'm going to cut that excess off for this book. And then it became a 1 inch by 11 inch strip. So let's just look through the book. I mean, mine's just an example book with ink and stuff drawn all over it. You could do so many different things. The paper, this paper is not exactly the same. This is a different paper. This is a rice paper with ink. You could really get very colorful and with your bookmark or even the strip. Mine kind of all is made the same way. This is a different piece of paper than this rice paper, a buff colored. with ink. And, you know, it can, let me get rid of this. You can really stand up. This kind of shows, again, the architecture of the book. 3 sets of 2 pages inserted into each other. See? 1, 2, 3. And then there's a mountain fold in the middle of those sets that hold a bookmark. But let's just go through the book. I love this book because there's no glue, no sewing. You could decorate the bookmark or the slot. And of course the pages. I could collage on top of these. I could do some wintergreen transfers, which I will show you how to do. And you can totally change the height and the length. You could do a long panoramic book or a stockier book like this one. There's a difference of gray, orange, and this is watercolor paper. This is 90-pound watercolor paper. I always have to find the grain of the book. And the grain of the book, I always fold on the grain, and the grain is going this way. You don't want to fold against the grain because the paper could crack. This is 90-pound watercolor paper. It's flexible. It can be folded without cracking. Okay, that's it.